Hi everyone, Ryan Devon with the Devon team here at Keller Williams. Happy Monday to you. Hope you are having a terrific day and that you had a nice Mother's Day weekend. I'm excited to come to you here today and start showing some more numbers as I've been showing them week by week to see what is happening in the Denver real estate market. Again, 1 week of data doesn't necessarily mean a trend. However, we are seeing very positive numbers come out. What we're seeing, the biggest and most important thing, is that our buyer pool, the buyers who are out in the market looking to purchase homes, they're resilient. They're getting back out there right now, and they're taking advantage of the homes that are on the market. We've seen an influx of new properties hit the market. Again, very encouraging if you're a buyer where you've been kind of searching through this past month and saying, wow, there's nothing on the market. We're seeing some more homes hit the market. But on that same note, we're also seeing homes get absorbed incredibly fast. So as soon as they're hitting the market, they are being picked up right now as well. Things to note. What do you need to know this week? Well, you need to know showings are happening again. So we are able to show homes again, of course, following the proper precautions that are set in place with our rules for the safer at home order that we're dealing with. Homes are being shown and sales are happening right now. So we do hope we all hope that this trend continues and that we continue to see good positive numbers. Let's go ahead and dig into some of those so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But call me with any questions. I'm more than happy to go through this with you. If you've got a particular scenario you want to discuss around your current home or your situation, let's have a conversation around that. But very encouraged to see the numbers that we're seeing right now. Again, if you're looking to buy, the time to buy is great right now. Your interest rates are incredibly low, which remains very encouraging. So conditions for that are good. If you're looking to sell, it's another good time as well. There still is very limited inventory on the market. So not a lot for people to pick from, which you'll see in the following slides here. Which means that you could find yourself in a position potentially with multiple offers, depending on where your price point is. I'll look forward to talking to you. Let's go ahead and dig into those slides right now. Kind of what has happened here this past week. Again, now we are back and able to show again with caution and following all the proper protocol, of course, but let's look at the numbers as we've been tracking them on a week by week basis here. So again, this is the chart that you've seen before that I've shown you quite a few times, showing the number of months of inventory that we currently have. Reminder, 6 months of inventory is what we would consider a balanced market. And so where we were kind of before all the COVID areas starting was right in here. We had just under 1 month worth of inventory, basically meaning for every person who was trying to out there looking to buy a home, there was less than one available. This usually means when you're below one, you're in a multiple offer type situation. Well, COVID hit and all of the restrictions that came with it. So this number did creep up to about 1.8 months worth of inventory. Well, this was when these couple weeks is when we were not allowed really to do any showings. So now that showings have started to come back in again and we are allowed, you can see this big drop right here. So we're down now back to just about 1 month's worth of inventory, meaning if no new homes hit the market, within 1 month, all of them would be gone. Again, it's encouraging to see that number drop down to 1. It puts us a bit more in line with where we have been here. Again, almost pre-COVID. So what does that active versus balanced market mean? Again, this is a metric that I've been talking about quite a lot, showing the number of units, meaning homes on the market required in order to hit a balanced market of 6 months worth of inventory. So this past week of numbers, we had 6,000 homes on the market. And of that, we would need, based on the current absorption rate of the homes that are hitting the market and going off the market, we would need to have about 35,000 of them available at any given time to hit a balanced market. So really great numbers showing kind of where our market is continuing as a extreme seller's market. So this figure I've been showing you is if things continue to deteriorate and conditions were not improving, how long before we would start hitting that balanced market, meaning that prices are not really declining, but they're not going up either, and equity is not being lost. It's kind of that shift between when you go from a seller's market to a buyer's market, there's that equilibrium price right there. And so again, let's go back looking at our peak here. About 132 days of is what we had in order to keep a balanced market. That did come down quite a bit during this process here. Now looking at the numbers from last week, here we can see we now have 116 days until we would hit that balanced equilibrium point here. So again, all good signs that the Denver real estate market is holding its own. Obviously, feeling the impacts, but definitely holding its own with COVID right now. Lastly, I'm going to show you the showings. So these are showings that have been scheduled, and the ability for people to schedule a showing to go and tour a home. So again, we're looking back at the peak here. This week of 3/4 to 3/10, 28,000 showings had happened in that week. And this is what we're identifying as the peak pre-COVID. Those numbers steadily went down. You had these 2 weeks right here where showings were not allowed. So these numbers are very skewed. And now this with showings being allowed, take a look at these numbers from last week. So 16,000 showings last week. Again, what this is indicating is that the buyer pool is quite resilient. Buyers are getting out in the market. They're realizing that things have obviously changed, but the serious buyers are out and they are ready to make offers on properties. So very encouraging data to take a look at. Definitely call me with any questions, and I'll look forward to talking with you soon.